Okay, this is a new product here. Pay close attention, I'll try to talk slow. This is an AFB carder that we're going to use for Lincolns. It's original equipment on Lincolns. See, this in here is looks like a 69, a C9VF 9510A-8. Now listen closely. These were used on the big Lincolns and some of the Fords. It does not have a shift linkage over here for a kickdown for the other later model transmission, but in the 50s, somewhere in there, they used this carburetor. It used to have another dash pot over here for leaded fuel. We've eliminated that. We reconfigured the inside. It's got the powder-coated chrome finish, the electric choke, and it's still got your vacuum port here and one in the back. Now listen carefully. You don't need to hook this up because that was for your heat choke. It's plugged off. You got electric. When the temperature gets 45 or colder, you loosen up those three nice screws there, and you turn that plastic. It will in turn, the shaft here will engage through this system here, the choke. You tighten up those three screws and your choke is set. But don't do it in warm weather because then it'll be choking all the time. Air mixture was for California vehicles with air conditioning, so you could add cool air in the summertime. You don't need to do that. We've got the mixture set through this circuit right here to get our desired standard of 12 parts to 1 of air to fuel. When we start it up, you'll see it'll go over there on 12 and stop. You see as we accelerate, it'll thin out. Now, let me tell you to the main thing. Look down here. There's your secret right there. The smooth carburetor operation. 3 pounds pressure. The olden days, it took 6, 7, 8, 9 pounds pressure to push that liquid lead that was in the gas all the way from that tank, suck it up and push it up here. No longer needed. Fuel is much lighter, molecules larger, and if you start pushing 9 pounds through here, it'll blow the needles offset, and the floats will come up, and will not seal, and gas will just spew out of it. But when you see it start up, you'll see how smooth it is. Now, don't put any carburetor cleaner or starting fluid or ether or any kind of petroleum-based stuff or acid around this carburetor because it'll eat that chrome right off. I mean, it'll eat it off just like that. Other than that, under normal water, oil, dirt, and stuff like that, that finish like that will last for years. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful finish. And it protects your carburetor from rust, of course. Now, we're going to start it up. If you get a car that's got a bog, hesitates when you accelerate it, most of the time, well, first of all, it's not carburation, that's the electrical. Old timing chains get wore out, and what you need to do is you need to take your car, get it up to 3,000 RPM, turn the distributor till you get 30 degrees. Okay, you want to have an inline filter in this thing because this new liquid ethanol that's in the gas will loosen up everything in there from years. But you can filter it out right here. And this filter here, you can take it apart and dump it out, blow that air out, put it back together, and you got another one, brand new one. So we're going to go ahead and demonstrate to show you that this vehicle, this carburetor works perfectly. Okay, now that computer back there is computing. It's measuring air-fuel ratio, see the blinking light, and it's measuring exhaust emissions. When those lights goes out, that means that it's completed its cycle and it's completed its sampling of the gases. There's one light, there's 2 lights. Okay, there you go. See what it says right there? Got to give it just a little tiny bit more. Right there. Just to see how close that is. That's how close we got these things set. Now you see as we accelerate it, how the mixture thins out right there? That's the way a good operating carburetor is supposed to be. That's because you've overcome inertia. And you don't need as much liquid gas on there to propel that vehicle. So it's just a way of consuming fuel. If the carburetor is calibrated and it's put together right with the right jets and the right rods and everything. Now see, this has power rods right here. We're going to go ahead and seal them off because we're done in test on that. Lock these off. They're done. That test is done. That riches, that when you step on it, that goes up and lets a bunch more gas in there. Those are okay. And that's it. That completes the test. Lincoln and some Fords.